We're on.
Right. Saturday morning, got into Mumbai at 4 o'clock local time. Had our first fleecing at the hands of the taxis. Made it to the hotel in one piece. The hotel was quite a way away from the airport. It was about a 40-minute drive and there was absolutely zero traffic. And apparently with traffic it can take up to 2 hours. So the airport's in the north of the city and we're in the south, we're in Colaba. The hotel is kind of like an Indian version of Faulty Towers. It's like odd. Order breakfast and you get that. That. And exactly about 450 mils of hot water. You will not be needing to run to the toilet every 2 minutes. Because they just hydrate you enough for you to be able to survive long enough to pay your bill. The room is quite big though. And there's a little balcony outside. But it's quaint, I believe is the word. Rustic. And that is being Mumbai. The most interesting thing last night, driving from the airport with the windows open in the taxi, is that you can't really see much, but you can sort of guess what part of the city you're in by what you're smelling. And you smell when you're going past the fish market, and smell when you're going past the rubbish dump, and you smell when you're going past cooking, and it's a good city to be blind in because you can just find your way around by smelling. And so we just kept for like 2 hours. It's now about, 10 o'clock probably. And we're going to venture off into the mean streets of Bombay.
As it turns out, we didn't see much of the mean streets of Bombay that day, as we spent most of it doing admin stuff. But we did get to see Mumbai at night from a rooftop restaurant where we were enjoying a rather splendid Indian dinner. The next day we found out that the streets are not too mean in the early mornings. The vendors are quietly getting their stalls ready for the mad crush, which really only starts at about 10 a.m. The samosas were amazing. Puff pastry shells with spicy aloo centers, and they were only £2.50 each. Our first sighting of cows trundling through the streets was in Mumbai, and it's real, it happens. Mumbai is amazing, it's just full of ornate decorativeness everywhere, over-the-top ostentation, right to living alongside squalor, and there's crowds and crowds of people. Then you get the beautiful historical landmarks. We come across Chhatrapati Shivaji's train terminus, which used to be known as Victoria Train Terminus. It's the busiest train terminus in the world. They have what is known as super dense crush load at peak hour traffic. I don't think I'd like to try and get onto a train with that, but we went at a quiet time of the day. It was built by the British in 1888 and it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's something you need to see. We wandered along Marine Drive and saw the Mumbai skyline stretching to the horizon in both directions. And got a taste for some of the crazy driving. Then we took ourselves to dinner at one of the local hangouts. It's a strip of restaurants and bars with street food vendors plying their wares outside. In the quiet of the morning the following day, we wandered up to the Gateway of India to watch the sunrise over the Arabian Sea. The gateway served as a symbolic ceremonial entrance into India. We also marveled at the Taj Mahal Palace Hotel, which is a heritage hotel finished in 1903. The streets were very sleepy and almost eerily empty. We had a few encounters with some of Bombay's early risers. We went to Leopold Cafe for breakfast. One of our all-time favorite musicians, Slash, from Guns N' Roses, has spent some time at this famous cafe the year before our visit. Leopold Cafe was part of the terrorist attack on Mumbai in 2008 and is now a symbol of the resilience of the Indian people. Some of the bullet holes are still visible in the walls and mirrors in the cafe. Ada took to the streets on a rather tiny bike, watched by the beady eye of a rather gorgeous, very regal, very scrappy-looking tomcat. We then caught a taxi to the airport through the bustling streets of Mumbai. The taxi driver, Latif, was a fabulous tour guide too. He took us past a few sights that we would have missed if not for him.